Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Please confirm. Karan, am I audible? Please open your camera. Just switch on your camera. Everyone, please. Yes, everyone. Okay. Yes, Subham. Switch. Just unmute.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what we have discussed in the class, last class. Just
You have given the project explanations of face detection.
okay, so we have completed all this face recognition.
No, sir, a little bit.
Okay. Karan, unmute.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Tell me where we are discussing in the last class. Just tell me what was the topic.
I think I was absent in the previous class.
Sorry.
So I think I was absent in the previous class, sir.
Yes, anyone? Uttam. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to start with the same project. Okay. So basically, the first project we were discussing was attendance project using face recognition. Yes or no? So many of you have completed, I think, but some of the students have not completed. That's why I am going to explain from scratch so that you can understand. Okay, so basically, in this, as you can see, we have imported five libraries. Actually, as you can see, this is the project of face recognition based attendance system. So we will use face recognition library here. We will use OpenCV library. Also, we will use NumPy. Apart from it, we will also use date and time. Why date and time? So that we can record the current date and the current time in our project. Also, one more library is there, OS. Yes, anyone, please tell me what is the purpose of OS? Just everyone, please. Just 1 minute. Yes, everyone, please. What is the purpose of? Yes, Bullet, switch on your camera.
Sir, yes, sir. So, sir. Sir, basically, OS provide a function for interacting with operating system.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Karan.
So I think it is used for subpath basically.
It's actually, OS means operating system. So basically, it deals with the directories. It deals with the directories. It means we can also say folders also. For if we are saying that folder or directory both are same. Okay. So when you are going to create a directory, clear? When you are going to open a directory, when you are going to read the files inside a directory, then we will use OS library. Clear? So basically, right at this place, as you can see, we have used list.dir. What is this? this is the function of OS module or OS library, which will just list out all the files inside this path. It means that कि सपोज आपके पास कोई फोल्डर है, उस फोल्डर के अंदर जितने भी फाइल्स हैं उसका एक लिस्ट चाहते हो आप उसका सबका नाम एक लिस्ट में चाहते हो, then we will use list dir function, which is the function of OS module. Yes or no? Also, you can make, if you want to create a directory, you can also do with the help of OS library. Clear? So make dir function is there, list dir function is there. There are so many functions, but right now we are using only list dir. And whatever path you will provide, the path is what? The folder name or the directory name. So whatever directory name you will provide in this parameter, you will get the name of all files inside that directory. So as you can see, just let me show you. I am just going to remove all these things. Okay, I'm going to remove all these things. Okay, as you can see, we are having a path variable in which I have stored the name of the directory. Yes or no? What is the name? Images is the folder, or you can say directory. The name of this path is this. And it means that we have to read all the files from this folder or from this directory. Clear? So that's why we have used list dir. And suppose if we pass the path here, then it will just list all the file names. So as you can see, and it will store all the file name in this variable mylist. So if I am going to print this, this mylist, you will get the values. Just see. Just tell me how many files are there? Anyone? How many files are there inside this images folder? 6? Yes or no? So as you can see, we have given the path of that folder. Now we are getting all the name of files. Yes or no? Name of all the files. As you can see, 6 files are there. Just take it. So one is first, second file name, third file name, fourth file name, fifth file name, and sixth file. Clear? Clear? So this is the purpose of using list dir. So if you want to list out, means enlist the file name inside any directory, you will use list dir function. Clear, everyone? Okay, Karan? Okay. So now see, second part. Now you will ask that, sir, why we have taken images folder, images list, and the class name empty list? What is the purpose of this? So actually, if we are going to read the images, what will be the value? In which form we will read the images? NumPy array. Yes or no? If we are going to read an image by using imread function, load image file function, so we are getting NumPy value corresponding to that image. We are getting NumPy value. Yes or no? So that's why all the NumPy values of these images will be stored in this list. Clear? And all the file name, what is the file name? As you can see here, file name is what? Alone. Extension is what? .jpg. File name is what? Alone test. Extension is what? .jpg. So we are going to take the file name only, and that will be stored in the class name. Clear? So that also remember, whatever images we are going to store in this directory, just rename it with the person name. Clear? Just rename. Suppose this is my image. Clear? So as you can see, my image is stored with the name of my Nilesh is there. It means that whatever image you will take, you have to rename that file name with the name of that person. Yes or no? So that this name can be used for the reference. Clear? So that this name can be taken as the reference. Clear, everyone? Okay. So let me show you how it is works. So now let me show you. Now we are going to do that task. So we are going to read each and every files, and we are going to extract the name from that file. Clear? So how we will extract? So as you can see, this file name is having alone.jpg. We will extract alone. This file name is having alone test. We will extract alone test from that file. So as you can see, yes, anyone, please tell me what is the purpose of this loop? Anyone? Yes, Karan. Yes, Karan.
So by mistake hand raise, okay, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, it is by mistake, sir.
Okay. Don't worry. So basically, what happened? It will take, now tell me how many files are there in my list? 6 files are there. Okay. So now we are going to access one file, one element, second element, first element, second element, third element. So there's in operator. It is a membership operator. So it will take the first member of this list. Which one is first member? This is the first member. Yes or no? It will take in CL. Clear? So now CL is representing this file. Yes or no, bullet? Now see. Okay, so now you want to read the first image. How you will read? Just tell me. You have to give the complete path, then only you can read. If you are going to read any file or any image, then you have to provide the complete path. So now tell me, where is complete path? Just go to this, right click, and you will get copy path is there. This is the complete path of that image. So we need this kind of string. Yes or no? We need this kind of string. How we will get it? We will get using this F. So what is F here? This will give you a string. This will create a string from the variables. As you know, what is path there? Anyone please tell me what is path there? Path is images. Yes or no? Path is having images. Again, slash will be there, right? // Yes or no? And then you are going to use CL. CL is what? Just tell me. CL is what? Anyone, please. So it means that if you are getting the path value, what is the path here? Images is the path. Yes or no? Let me take a small video. Images is the path. The value of the path is what? Images. Then there is what? // Yes or no? So it will just take it. Again, what will happen? Value of CL. What is the value of CL? Anyone? Because it is taking the first image, first file name. What is the first file name? alone.jpg. So I will write here alone.jpg. So why we use this F? Because when you want to create a string, depending on the variable, then we will use this. What will happen if you want to make a string, but if we write like this only, it will be fixed. We can change. We can't change in loop, but we want that kind of string that will change according to our variable or according to our execution of the time. Yes or no? That's why we are going to this. So it will take the path is fixed, but CL will be changed. CL will change the first value, then second value, then third value. So this will create a string, different string. So just now we will, by using this, you will get the complete path of the first image, and then it is going to read the file. Clear? And it will take the file as numpy value in the current image. Clear? And that current numpy value will be stored in the appended in the image folder, image list. As you can see, this is the, let me write here. I will write like this. Suppose this is image list will store numpy values. Numpy values of images. Clear, everyone? numpy value of images. So now in this image list, first numpy value of first image is stored or not, appended or not? It will append. Clear? And then what will happen? So now image is having numpy value of this image. Image list is having numpy value of first image. Clear? Then in third line, what we are going to do? As you can see, we are using os.path.splitText function. os.path.splitText. So what it will do? It will just split the CL. What is CL here? alon.jpg is the CL. Yes or no, bullet? First value is alon.jpg. So just this function will, split this string. How? So alon will be stored at 0th location and .jpg will be stored at 1 location. Clear? So now suppose I want to access this part only. So how you will access? Just tell me. This will give a list. This will give a list like this. So this is at 0 place and this is at 1 place. But now tell me if you want to access, alon. So where is stored alon? At 0th or 1th location? 0th location, na? Yes or no? Bullet. So that's why I am going to write here 0. It means that what will happen? It will just give you the file name only, the first part only. Clear? And that will be appended in the class name. So this is the first, all these things are done for the first image. Then loop will repeat the same iteration. Yes or no? For second one, it will again repeat the same iteration. For third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. Now just see, if we are going to print both class name and images, suppose, then you will get the values. Just let me run this code. Okay, now. So this will give you the file names. This will give you the name of the first part of the file, and this will give you the numpy value. As you can see, it is visible, everyone. Please confirm. Okay, so just see. Okay, so this is my list. The first thing, this is what class name is there. Yes or no? This is class name or not? Means class name is what? The first part of the file name. Then, and this is the image list. Means this is the numpy value of each and every images. Clear? So this is done. So this is what we have just read the images. We have just stored the images numpy value in the image list, and then we have also accessed the first part of the file name of the images. Clear? Now see. Now we have to find encodings. What we have to find? Encodings. Clear? Now we have to just let me. Yes. Now we have to find encodings. Yes, anyone, please tell me why we use encoding. Anyone, please. Why we use encoding functions? Anyone? Okay, Ashish. Please.
So we'll use encodings because when we were using the test file, when we were training our system to remember someone's face, the system takes encodings from the face. On the basis of that encoding, the system recognizes someone's face.
Yes, you are partially right, but yes, anyone? Bullet or Karan, Subham? Okay, so let me complete. Okay, so basically what will happen? So just see what is encoding. When your system, the encoding function read the images, it will just find the face. Yes or no? It will just find the face, and each and every face is having unique values or not. Just tell me. Means your Your nose size is different from each other, yes or no? Your eyes is different from each other. Your face cutting is different from each other, yes or no? So every face is having different values. And these things, the size of the eyebrow, nose, mouth, eyes, these are called the features of the face, yes or no? These are called features of the face. Not only this, pupil size, top pupil, left pupil, right portion of the pupil, all these things are called, what? Features of the face. Not even, this part is also, the features of your face. So based on that face, this face encoding function creates 128 values. Clear? Based on your face, it just creates 128 value. That is the features of the faces. So this is done with the help of encoding, and this is the value used for the matching purpose of the faces. Clear? We can't directly match with the images or the faces. For this, we have to convert encodings, and we have to find the encodings, and then using the encodings, we can only what? We can only match the images. Yes or no? So that's why this is done. So it will give you, all the faces. Just tell me one thing. How many faces is having in this image? Only one? How many faces are there in this image? Only one face is there. Okay. Suppose this image can have, two images, two faces, then what will happen? It means that if our image is having two images, then this face encoding function will create two lists. The first, at 0th index, it will store the face of the first person, and at 1th index, it will store the encoding of the second person. But right now, our image is having only one image, only one face. So it will store the corresponding encoding at which location? 0th location. So that's why we have written here 0. Clear, everyone? Since our encoding is having, our image is having only one face, and that face encoding will be stored at 0th location. So that's why we have written 0. If we don't write 0, it means it will pass all the lists. Suppose your image is having 2 face, 3 face, 4 face, then it will return 4 values, 3 values according to the number of faces. Currently, this is having only one face, that will be stored at 0th location. Clear? Okay. And that is stored in this encode value. Now we have taken empty list that will store the encodings of each and every images of this folder. Clear? So now we have appended the first encoding value of the first image. Then loop will continue. Yes or no, everyone? Then this will take the second image. It will do the same thing for the second one. Again, it will take the third image, then fourth image. So it will be done for the all what? All 6 images. Yes or no? Clear? So this is the purpose of what? Encoding. And after this completion of this loop, this function will return that list. Which list is having encoding value? Which list is having encoding value? So since in this folder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images are there, so it will just return the 6 encodings. Clear, everyone? So this encoding will be used in in later program where we will use for matching purpose. Clear, everyone? We will use it for matching purpose. Now come to the attendance part. Now we are going to create attendance function. So okay, now just tell me one thing. I would like to ask to just 1 minute. Okay. Just tell me one thing, Bullet. Suppose,
Yes, sir.
suppose if matching is done, means your camera image is matching with your database. Clear? Means suppose your image is, I am having your image in our database, means image folder. Clear? And you just come in front of the camera. Matching will be done or not? Just tell me. Matching will be done or not? Karan? Matching will be done or not? Yes, matching will be there. So in that case, what do you want now? Just tell me. Bullet, what you want? If matching is there, then what you want actually? Just
Teaching.
suppose, just listen to me. Suppose your image, I am having your image, clear? In our
Yes, sir.
image folder. So we have already created the encodings of your face also.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose you just come to in front of the camera.
Yes, sir.
So your past image will be matched with your current image or not? Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
So if suppose matching is done, then what do you want in this project? Just tell me. Yes, Ashish.
Yes, sir. If matching is done, I would like to mark my attendance, sir.
In a file. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. The same thing we are going to do, So suppose if matching is done, we will show the matching, part later. But right now I am going to define the function for all that person, all that purpose, So now we have created the encodings. Now we will create a function that will store the details of the person if matching is done. Clear? So as you can see, this is the mark attendance function. Suppose if matching is done, then in that case, that function will return the name of the person. Suppose just you come in front of the camera and matching is done, then that function will return the name of your, suppose Bullet is there. Clear? And there's match with the Bullet face. Then the system will return what? Bullet, name of the Bullet, name of the person, that is Bullet, suppose. Okay. Now, in which variable? In name variable. And that will be passed in this function, in this marked function. Clear, everyone? Okay. Now suppose there is matching of Bullet, so we will get the Bullet in this name. Okay. So now we want to store the records in CSV file. In which file? In CSV file. You know already what is CSV file. Actually, I have taught you in the machine learning. Yes or no? That is comma separated value. Or this is you can also open that file in the Excel sheet. Yes or no? So that is the file. So how you will create a file? Just for this you have to just create a file. How you will create? You will just go to that project. Just go click right and then go to new. Then you will get file option. Clear? You will get file option and you have to just click on that and just write. Suppose I am going to use attendance. Suppose 3.csv. CSV. Suppose this is the file and just enter. Actually, this is already in our system, so let me change this. Suppose I am going to take 4.csv and just take enter. As you can see, it is created. Yes or no? So in this file, we want to store the details of the person. Means name of that person, time of that person, and what? And date of that person, or the time and date of the attendance. Yes or no? Suppose if I am going to open this folder, it is having anything right now. Just see. Okay, let me just show you. It is opening in Excel sheet. So now see, it is opening. So for this, I have already created a function. Just as you can see, I have just opened that function. So is there any file name? No. So just edit it and just write here, name. Okay, so first will be name. The first will be what? Just one minute. The first thing will be, name. Second will be what? Time. And third will be what? Date. Yes or no? So right now we are going to store only three values: name, time, and date. Okay, I have just stored, and just let me save this. Is there any file? Is there any detail? No. Okay, just let me close this file. I've just closed it. Yes, Ashish.
So I was trying to say that if we edit our CSV file, we'll name it that just you have done, sir, name and date and time.
Yes.
Will it reflect in our program?
Yes.
Oh, that was my question, sir.
Okay, so I have given the headings, of the file. Clear?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Now see, now I have created, so now name is what? Okay, just see one more things, one more thing, suppose. Okay, so now just we have to open this file because I want to store the values. Okay, so that's why you have studied, I think, file handling concept in Python. So this is the way of opening the file. So with open function, just give the name of the file that you want to open and in which mode you want to open. There are so many modes, basically there are three modes: read, write, append mode. But also there is a combination of all these three. So if you want to, open in read and write mode, then that is called R+ mode. If you want to open write and read mode, then you have to write W+. If you want to open read and append mode, then A+ or R+ is there. So there are so many modes are there. But right now I am going to open in read and write mode. Carefully listen, read and write mode. So you can read also and you can write also. And every file will have a object or not, file object or not. That will help you to navigate and that in that file. Yes or no? That will help you to navigate in that file. That's why we have taken F. So this is the file object. Clear? This is the file object from which we are able to access the data, and we are going to store the data in this file. Now see, okay, just do one thing. Suppose, do you want to store the result, the same person at the same time? Suppose you just entered in your office. Clear? Suppose you just entered on the office and just you attended, just you made your attendance. Okay, just you made the attendance of your. Now after 2 or 3 minutes, just you thought that you have just missed your key in your bike. Clear? Suppose you after 2 or 3 minutes you just remember that you have missed your bike bike key in outside. Then what you will do? You will just go out or not? Just tell me. You will go out of your office or the campus. You will and you will take your key. Then you will again return. Then tell me, your system will again make your attendance or not? No, because after 3 or 4 minutes, why it will make again? So that's why first it will take. Why it will not make? Because it will see that your data is already present in the file. Your data is already present in the file, so it will not create your attendance. So that's why we are going to read all the files, previous files. Clear? So what will happen? F.readlines will return all the files. Clear? In which list? In my list. Maybe your data is also there. Okay, now we are going to take another list, name list. Clear? Just see what will happen. Okay, first of all, what you will see? You will just get the name from this file. Means suppose आपकी फाइल में मान लो आपकी फाइल जो आपने बना के रखा है उसमें आप 5 मिनट पहले अपना अटेंडेंस आप बनाए थे या कुछ लोगों ने बनाया था अपना अटेंडेंस, उससे वो मैच करेगा ना कि क्या अभी जो आप आए हो क्या आपका अटेंडेंस पहले से बना हुआ है या नहीं बना हुआ है. यदि बना हुआ है तो क्यों बनाएगा, वो नहीं बना हुआ है then it will register, no? Yes or no? So for this purpose we are going to access all the files from all the data from the CSV file. Clear? and it will be stored in my list. So now see what we are going to take. We are going to access the name. Okay, we are going to access the name. How? From my list, there's a line. Okay, it will read line by line. So what will happen? Okay, now tell me, in CSV file how data is stored? Just tell me. Name, comma, time, comma, and then date. So actually this will take the first value, means suppose the name of the bullet time, comma date, and it will just split. Now the name will be stored at which place? 0 index, time will be at 1 index, and date will be at 2 index, index number 2, and that will be stored in this variable. Now we are interested in name. Now what we will do? We will take the name in name list, and similarly this for loop will store all the registered name in your file. Clear? Now you will take a condition that if the person who is in front of the camera and his name is matching is there, suppose if matching is there and his name is not in name list, means his name is not in the register or the file, then what you will do? Then you will register the time and date. Yes or no? So that's why you are going to access the file name date.now function. It will take the current time and date, and then now.str time, it will give you the current time in which format? 20-hour format, means AM PM format it will give, and that will be stored in this string. Again, in this way you are going to store the date also in this date variable, and again you will write name, date, name, time, date in the file. Clear? So that's why you have written f.writeLines. This will help you to write the name. So this will write the name, time, and date in the register. Okay, so this whole things is for making the attendance in the file. Okay, now see next part. What will be the next part? Just see. Okay, now as you can see, now see what we will do. So everything is completed. Encoding function is completed. Attendance function is completed. We have already read the file. We have stored the name of the file. Yes or no? All these things completed. Now what we have to do? Just anyone, please tell me. Now we are going to open camera. Yes or no? We are going to enable camera so that you can record attendance at which time? Current time. You can you can store the name, date, and attendance at the current time. So that's why okay, now this is the function, encoding function. We will pass the image folder, means all the images value, and it will give you encoding list. Clear? It will pass this. Okay, now we will show the message that encoding is completed, and now what will happen? This will enable a camera. Camera is a resource in our system. Yes or no? And camera can be used with any application. Suppose right now I am using my camera in Zoom also. You are also using in Zoom. But suppose I want to use this camera for another purpose. Then what we have to do? We have to just give a request to the system. Yes or no? So that's why we will write video capture 0. Means this will show that this will give the request to the system that I want to use camera. Which camera? Default camera or external camera? Default camera. And this will enable you to open the camera, and this camera will be assigned to your project. Clear? And this is a variable cap. Now there's so many, actually it is a class. There's so many functions are there inside this video capture class. What will happen? There is read function. Okay, now why we have taken while loop? Anyone, please? Anyone? I have already discussed why we have taken while loop. Subham, Karan, Bullet, Uttam, Hers? Anyone, please? If I will not take while loop now, then what will happen? It will just record the first frame. Our camera will record the first frame on the first image. But I want to use like a video so that I can just raise my hand, it will show on the screen. I will just move, it will show the moving the object. Yes or no? That's why I have taken while loop. So that what is video? Video is the collection of frames. No? So it will continue the creating the frames and we will see that like a video capturing. Clear? So that's why I have taken while loop, that is infinite loop is there. Okay, now inside this what we are going to do? We are going to use read function. You know what is the purpose of read function? This read function will just record the first frame, and if frame is recorded, then what will happen? Success will store true value and image will store what? Frame or the numpy value of that frame. Clear? Now we are going to resize this image. Now we are going to change the format of this image. Clear? And now we are going to find the location. So the first frame that you have just recorded from the camera, that in that frame we are going to find the location. Why location? So that we can create what? Rectangle there. Yes or no? So that we can create rectangle there. So you already know what is the use of this face location. It will just give you the location of the face in that frame. Again, what will happen? Then again, without encoding, it is possible to match the images or not? No, it is not possible to match the images. So that's why we will again find the encoding of the first frame that we have recorded from the camera. Okay, and we will also get what? The location. Then what will happen? It will just record. It will just find the encoding of the face from this location. Clear? And it will store the value in encode current frame. Now see, we have already stored the encoding value in encode list, and now we have encoded the value of current frame also. So now we have, अब होगा क्या देखो, हमने तो पहले ही जितने भी इमेजेस हमारे सिस्टम में थे सबके इनकोडिंग्स को हमने स्टोर कर रखा है, एंड अभी जो हमारा सिस्टम या जो कैमरा है वो जिस इमेज यानी जिस फ्रेम को रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है, हम उसका भी क्या फाइंड कर रहे हैं? इनकोडिंग फाइंड कर रहे हैं। हम उसका भी क्या फाइंड करें? इनकोडिंग फाइंड करें, और इस इनकोडिंग को उस इनकोडिंग से हम मैच करेंगे। Yes or no, everyone? Please confirm. Then only we can say both are same or different. Okay. Now what will happen? There is encode face. Face location is there. Then we are going to combine both. Encode current frame is encoding and the face location. We are going to combine this whole things. And what will happen? It will give you the first value in first variable and second location in the face log variable. Okay, now we are going to compare. Compare faces function is there. It will just take the encoding list that we have already created, and it will take the current list also. If this encoding, this is the encoding of the current frame, and this is the encoding list. If there is a match in this both, then it will return true. If there is no matching, then it will return false. Clear right here? Just please everyone confirm. Yes, anyone? Please confirm. Yes, Hers?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so this will just store the true or false. If matching is done, then true is false. Okay, now we are also going to find the phase distance. I have already explained what is phase distance. Actually, just like you just find the distance between 2 points in your coordinate geometry. Similarly, this function will also store the distance between the faces of the encoding, and that will be stored in the face distance variable. So now if matching is there, matches will have true value and distance will have some value. Clear? Now we are going to find the minimum distance. So as you know, this will have the, what will happen in this encode list. Many images are there, and in this one image encoding is there. So this will match with all the images encodings, and whichever will have the minimum value, whichever will have minimum distance, will be stored in the index value. So that index value will be stored in this variable. Miss, ये जितने भी images हैं उसमें से जिसका सबसे कम distance आएगा वही matching होगा, और वही matching होगा तो उसका index हम कहाँ store कर रहे हैं? इस variable. So this function is a numpy function, and this will just give you the index. Okay, now see what will happen. Now we are going to do some pre-processing. What pre-processing? So just it will take the index and it will matches. So it will have the all the faces value. Okay. So now if it is true, then what will happen? We will take the match index and we will convert in the uppercase, so that the name, whatever we are going to take, it will be in uppercase and it will be stored in the name variable. Now we are going to access the face location from this variable. Again, we are going to change, increase the size of this location. Or then we are going to draw the rectangle. Then we are going to write something, the name of the person on that image. Also, we are going to write some text. Also, we are going to write some text on that image, and then we are calling the mark attendance function. We will pass the name, and this function will store the name, time, and everything. And this will use the show the image. So this is the way of what our project. Clear, everyone? So in this way we can create the whole project. Okay, everyone, just